What's the creepiest, scariest thing that's ever happened to you? I used to live in an old Victorian house, the kind that creaks and groans with every step you take. One night I was home alone, trying to finish up some work in the living room. The house was eerily silent, save for the occasional creak from the settling wood. Suddenly, I heard faint whispers coming from the hallway. I froze, straining to make out the words, but they were too soft. My heart pounded as I stood up and tiptoed toward the source of the sound. The whispers grew louder as I reached the end of the hall, but when I turned the corner, the voices stopped. I brushed it off as my imagination and headed back to the living room. As I sat down, I noticed the old family portrait on the wall. The eyes seemed to follow me, but I chalked it up to a trick of the light. I resumed my work, but then I heard it again. Whispers, this time accompanied by soft footsteps. Gathering my courage, I grabbed a flashlight and followed the sounds to the basement door. It was slightly ajar, something I never did. With a deep breath, I descended the stairs, the whispers now almost tangible, surrounding me. At the bottom, the flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. I called out, asking who was there, but there was no response. As I turned to leave, the door slammed shut behind me, plunging me into darkness. Panic set in as I fumbled with the flashlight, finally getting it to work again. The beam fell on an old mirror leaning against the wall. In its reflection, I saw a figure standing behind me, its eyes hollow and dark. I spun around, but there was no one there. The whispers grew louder, now clear enough to understand. "Leave! Leave! Leave!" I bolted up the stairs, the whispers chasing me, and flung the door open. I didn't stop until I was outside, gasping for breath. The house seemed quiet once more, but I knew I couldn't stay. I moved out the next day and never looked back. To this day, I can't explain what I heard or saw, but I know one thing. That house wasn't just old. It was haunted.